with the Cincinnati Bengals.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Sanders' first carry of the game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return it, Darius Phillips. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
At the 20-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Burrow on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And a Bengal first down.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To number 8.
Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Eagles 6.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. As Sanders has it poked free. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Miles Sanders, the ball.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there for the Bengals. 57 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Brought down by Nate Gehring. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Bengals 10, Eagles 6.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
17. Eagles 6. Randy Bullock.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. For 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Nixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Miles Sanders.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now 3rd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Ross on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 6.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
First and goal.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Eagles 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Eagles. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
With the score.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gary on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Good job, good job.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Check 55 tonight. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a...
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Again, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And a Bengals first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his running back, Mixon. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Eagles 6.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
38-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through.
Is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He was brought down.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's the ball carrier.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. You go tight. You got tight.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
It's just me and you.
Running right, here's Sanders. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Wentz to his rookie wideout Rager for an Eagle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of
2nd and goal from the 1.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Working from the gun, Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brings up
2nd and 9.
I got you. 57 to Mike.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Over on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Intercepted.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 53 yards. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott.
For the field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in this one, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, the best part about it is just seeing how teams battle all the way to the end. You know, it didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Cincinnati, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in a way. Got a new Chris Foss, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. Boss. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at all times, but they never spend a day in the race in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say, what you gon' do? Stop playing. If you don't do it, you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hiss.